You wouldn't allow a pedophile near a child. So why allow drug dealers near your loved ones? There are some things in life that are non-negotiable, and protecting those we care about, especially our children, tops that list. Imagine for a moment, you find out that someone dangerous, someone with a dark history like a pedophile, has moved into your neighborhood. Immediately, you would go into full protection mode. You would keep your children close, warn your neighbors, and likely alert the authorities. You'd never take a chance with something so important, because the idea of knowingly putting your child at risk is simply unthinkable. But there's another threat that many of us fail to see in the same glaring light, a danger that's just as destructive, but often goes unnoticed until it's too late: drug dealers. The people who peddle substances that destroy lives in slow motion. The damage they cause might not be immediate or as visible as other dangers, but it's just as real. And the consequences? Devastating. Imagine this. Your child, your partner, your sibling, or your best friend begins to slip away. At first, it's subtle. They're more distant, more irritable. Then you start to see the signs, the weight loss, the empty eyes, the endless lies. You wonder what went wrong. You ask yourself how it got to this point. The truth is, it didn't happen overnight, and it didn't happen by accident. Somewhere along the line, someone, a drug dealer, offered them an escape, a quick fix. And just like that, the door was open to destruction. The reality is, drug dealers are predators. They prey on the vulnerable, the hurting, the lost. They look for people who are in pain, who want to escape their circumstances, even if just for a moment. And they offer that escape in the form of pills, powders, and needles. But it's never an escape, it's a trap. Once they get their claws in, it's almost impossible to break free. We all know the stories. A teenager tries something at a party, thinking it's no big deal. A friend suggests a pill to take the edge off after a tough day. Soon, that one-time thing becomes a regular thing, and before long, that person is addicted. Their life spirals out of control, and the drug dealer is there, ready to profit off their misery. It's a cycle that destroys families, ruins communities, and costs lives. Just like we would never knowingly allow a pedophile to be anywhere near a child, we must also see drug dealers for the danger they truly represent. Because the truth is, they are destroying our loved ones in plain sight. We wouldn't tolerate a predator who preys on a child's innocence. So why would we ever tolerate someone who preys on a person's weakness, pain, or need for escape? The damage caused by drugs isn't limited to the user alone. It ripples outward, touching everyone in that person's life: family, friends, coworkers, neighbors. A parent watching their child fall into addiction is no less heartbroken than a parent whose child is taken advantage of by a predator. In both cases, the result is devastating loss. And yet, drug dealers walk among us. They operate in the shadows, but also in the open, lurking in areas where young people gather, outside schools, at parties, in seemingly safe spaces. They are predators, every bit as dangerous as those we instinctively fear. The difference? Society hasn't fully woken up to the fact that these individuals are just as harmful, just as deadly. It's time to change that. It's time to recognize that a threat to our loved ones, whether it comes in the form of a person or a drug, is something we must confront head-on. We need to protect our communities with the same fierceness we use to guard against any other danger. If you wouldn't knowingly allow a pedophile near your child, then you shouldn't allow drug dealers to operate near your family and friends. The threat is real, and the cost is far too high. Our neighborhoods, our schools, our communities deserve better. We need to educate our children, speak openly about the dangers of drugs, and make sure that those who would seek to profit from the destruction of others have no place to hide. Just as we demand that predators be kept away from children, we must demand that drug dealers be kept away from the people we love. This is a fight for our future, for the lives of those we care about most. The stakes couldn't be higher. Drugs don't just destroy lives, they destroy futures. They tear apart families, leave communities reeling, and rob people of their potential. One bad decision, one wrong step, and everything can change in an instant. A child full of promise could be lost to addiction. A parent could lose their way. A sibling could become a stranger. This is the reality we face, and it's why we must stand firm. We wouldn't stand by and let a pedophile harm a child. We would do everything in our power to protect them, to keep them safe. So why should we allow drug dealers to operate freely, preying on those we love? It's time we stop turning a blind eye to the real, lasting harm they cause. It's time we treated them like the predators they are and did everything in our power to protect our communities from the destruction they bring. The next time you think about what you would do to protect a child, remember this. The same fierce protection should be extended to everyone you love. You wouldn't allow a known pedophile. Don't let the drug dealers take root in their lives, either. Because once they do, the damage they cause might not be as obvious right away, but it will be just as deadly in the end.
Polyspeaks for You incorporates voice control features that allow users to perform essential actions like opening, saving, and creating new documents, as well as interacting with font and document editing dialogues. This is particularly helpful for individuals with disabilities, enabling hands-free operation and more accessible content management. Below are some of the voice control functionalities designed for ease of use. 1. Voice-commanded document handling. Open document. Users can say commands like open document, followed by the file name or location, and Poly will open the document for them. Save document. Commands like save document as or save allow the user to save their work without needing to manually click on buttons. Poly can also handle saving with specific file names or locations as dictated. A new document. A simple voice command such as create new document or start new file will initiate a fresh document in the app. A closed document. Commands like close document or exit can be used to close the current document. 2. Font dialog voice controls. Font style. Users can control font settings by saying change font to Arial or set font at Times New Roman. This would change the selected text's font style. A font size. Commands like increase font size or decrease font size adjust the text size according to user preferences. A font color. Users can use commands such as set font color to red or change font to blue to personalize the text color. 3. Voice-commanded document editing. A text formatting. Commands like bold text, italicized text, underline text, or strikeout text allow users to edit their document easily. For example, saying bold this text will apply bold formatting to the selected text. Alignment. Users can command alignment changes by saying align left, align center, or align right. A text insertion. A user can say insert text, and the software will insert the given text at the current cursor position. A text navigation. Commands such as go to the top, scroll down, or move to the next paragraph enable users to navigate the document without the need for a mouse or keyboard. 4. Voice-activated help and assistance. Help commands. Users can ask questions like, what can I do? Or help me with saving to receive guidance on specific tasks. Poly can offer step-by-step instructions based on voice queries. A undo/redo. Voice commands such as undo or redo let users correct mistakes or revert to previous actions in their document. 5. Advanced features for accessibility. Speech recognition training. For improved accuracy, Poly can guide users through the Windows speech recognition training process, adapting to their voice patterns and improving dictation accuracy. A text-to-speech for editing. Users can have text read aloud to them while editing, making it easier to spot errors and refine their documents. These voice-controlled features make Poly Speaks for You an accessible tool for individuals with disabilities, particularly those with visual impairments, mobility issues, or other conditions that limit their ability to use traditional input devices. The hands-free operation helps users maintain independence and improve their document management and editing experience. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons to stay updated with more content. The creator of Poly Speaks for You has always been driven by a passion for giving a voice to those who need it most. Whether it's through text-to-speech technology or voice recognition, the goal has always been to create tools that help individuals, especially those with disabilities or learning challenges, communicate and interact with the world in a way that is meaningful and empowering. The stories shared, such as those about the sailors aboard the HMS Victory, are not just about reliving history, they are about the power of voice. Through Polly Speaks For You, the creator saw an opportunity to use storytelling as a medium to convey courage, strength, and resilience, much like the sailors of the past. These stories are intended to inspire and engage users, reminding them of the importance of their voices, both literally and metaphorically. The idea behind these stories is to showcase how technology, particularly speech technology, can be a tool for preserving history, while also empowering users with the capability to share their own narratives. By blending history with technology, the creator of Polly Speaks For You aims to demonstrate how powerful a voice can be in shaping and sharing our world, past and present. In a sense, these stories represent more than just entertainment. They are a way for the creator to give a voice to history, to connect with users in a deeply human way, and to remind them that their voices matter, whether they are telling their own stories or those of others. The creator's work in developing Polly Speaks For You is never just about making a functional tool. It was about making sure that every voice had the power to be heard. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons to stay updated with more content. This content has been adapted from the powerful features of Polly Speaks For You, South Africa's leading accessibility software. Learn more at www.polyspeaksforyou.co.za. We invite you to support this meaningful dyslexic initiative, crafted and developed by an individual who personally understands the challenges of dyslexia.